47 years ago, a decomposing human arm was found outside an apartment complex on Wilson Road. The arm was soon traced to a body that belonged to Jeanette DePalma, who was reported missing by her parents on August 7, 1972, 4 days after her 16th birthday. She was found dead atop a towering rock formation 6 weeks later, September 19, 1972, the day the arm was found. Jeanette came from a Christian family and was known by friends to be devoted to her faith. Her family's home was on Clearview Road, in the hilly middle and upper-class neighborhood of Springfield. On a clear day, Manhattan's skyline can be seen in the distance from the winding suburban streets. No one was ever arrested in connection with her death, and no new leads have ever been publicly reported in nearly a half-century. Her death occurred during the Jesus movement in the early 1970s and generated a multitude of newspaper articles speculating that she died as the result of an occult killing. The mystery is partially why Edward Salzano has taken a passionate interest in the case. Salzano is suing the Union County Prosecutor's Office in hopes of compelling the agency to test Jeanette's clothing for DNA. In the lawsuit, filed on June 18, Salzano claimed he met with the Union County Prosecutor's Office in April to discuss Jeanette's case and deliver documents that he said Jeanette's nephew, John Bancy, a close friend, gave him before he died. In its brief, the Union County Prosecutor's Office said it appears Salzano is seeking to compel the law enforcement agency to reinvestigate the death of Jeanette DePalma, who died mysteriously 47 years ago. The motion for dismissal will be decided August 30. While the Office of the Union County Prosecutor cannot comment on pending litigation, it can confirm that the Homicide Task Force's investigation into the tragic death of Jeanette DePalma remains open and has never been closed, according to spokesman Mark Spavey. The apartment building on Wilson Road, where police say a dog brought back the arm belonging to 16-year-old Jeanette DePalma. According to the Union County Medical Examiner's report, completed by Dr. Bernard Ehrenberg, on the day she was found 47 years ago. Jeanette was identified through dental records as her body was too badly decomposed, according to the medical examiner's report. Her body was so decomposed that an autopsy could not be performed. X-rays of her skull were taken, though there was no evidence of fractures, bullet holes, or traumatic injuries. The cause of death has never been determined. Samples of Jeanette's clothing were packed up and sent to the federal government for further analysis. According to the FBI Crime Lab report on January 3, 1973, officials tested Jeanette's clothing, as well as the soil from the scene, and compared them with hairs collected from her dresser drawer and on her body. The FBI's microscopic and chemical analysis found that were no apparent foreign hairs found among Jeanette's clothing. The lab workers didn't find drugs or poison in any of the samples. There were, however, stains found in her slacks that were too decomposed for conclusive blood examinations, according to the crime lab report. At the time of Jeanette's death, the nation was in the midst of a Christian revival known as the Jesus movement, as the hippie generation was mellowing, and families were turning to evangelical beliefs. Jeanette's family, according to newspaper articles, belonged to the Assemblies of God Evangel Church in Elizabeth. Despite the turn to evangelical faith, it was also a period marked by a paranoia of Satanism and witchcraft. Jeanette's death occurred 3 years after the infamous Manson family murders. An Associated Press article, published on Halloween in 1972, interviewed a woman named Lilith Sinclair who founded her own grotto, or group of Satanists, as an offshoot of the San Francisco-based Church of Satan. The witch who was reportedly brought to the site of Jeanette's body was never named. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoy this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.